baby. Wow. So happy Mother's Day to Elida, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including my own, Marilyn. How are you? All right, everyone, how you doing? I am back with some garlic and herb boneless ribeye. So I'm talking to my ribeye friends out there. This is item number M61374. This is 6 or 12, 9.5 ounces. Yes, 9.5 ounces, no bone, all meat, just enough fat, garlic and herb, already marinated, boneless ribeye. So, a lot of times people say, well, Ralph, where does the ribeye come from? Well, these ribeyes, just like a lot of ribeyes, come from the prime rib. And what I love about that is we know the prime rib to be super buttery, super tender, right? Because it's the most heavily marbled piece of meat on the cattle. And with these ribeyes, you get this beautiful mix of just enough fat and just the right amount of marbled meat. I mean, everyone look at that. Now, you'll notice I'm going to do these a couple different ways. This is medium rare because if you like a good ribeye, you probably like it medium rare. So I'm going to start by doing medium rare. Now look at that, right? Again, you see just enough fat, right? And the fat is like protects the ribeye. It actually makes it juicier, right? We don't want to have too much fat because then there's no balance, right? So just take a look at that. Now, I seared these. Now, you get them frozen. They're good for 12 months in the freezer. You're going to thaw them overnight. And let them naturally defrost. And then when you're ready to go, you always want to cook these at room temperature. So let them sit out for a couple hours, because what you don't want to do is if you have cold meat and you put it on any sort of flat top, broiler, whatever, what's going to happen is it's going to fight it. It's not going to cook evenly, right? So again, take these out, and this is the result. This is what you're going to get. What I did is, I just heard we're limited, so I'm going to hurry up. And if you want the 6 count, I have 90. That's it. And then 12, only 45. Okay, so real quick before I'm going to talk fast now, right? So if you go with the 12 count, now again, the 6 count is $99.98. We didn't double the price. We're encouraging you to buy more, save more, right? So if you go with that 12, you're going to save almost, ready for this, $30. That makes each 9.5 ribeye, you ready for this? Almost $14. Now, a lot of people are like, well, $14, is that a lot? Like, no, it's 9.5 ounces of one of the most coveted steaks that you could buy. And again, this is not just a regular ribeye, okay? This cannot be bought at a grocery store. These are Kansas City Steak Company ribeyes, boneless. These are what you would get if you went to a fancy steakhouse, because other than QVC, that is our customer base, right? Chefs come to us and they love these ribeyes. These are 9.5 ounces. And now I didn't even talk about that these are already marinated, okay? So check this out. Kind of cool, right? Look at this. So they come like this, and they're already marinated. Look at that. So as you defrost these, you ready for this? They actually marinate more. So you want to keep these in for like a week defrosted. You're going to get this unbelievable punch of herbs and sweet garlic. And oh, by the way, everybody that likes a ribeye knows what that is. That's the decal. That's the cap. That on its own, by the way, is the most incredible steak you'll ever have. This is different than this. Yes, it's a ribeye, but you see, look at the marbling. That's intense marbling, okay? Now, again, this is super marbled, the most marbled, but this is intense. So we give this to you on every ribeye. So again, if you're talking my language, and that's what you're saying, Ralph, you're talking my language. I love ribeyes. These are boneless, 9.5 ounces, $14 each if you go with that 32 count. Okay, now I showed you the medium rare. Okay, move that over a little bit. The juice is all over here, which is great. So now I have one, and I'm going to give it to you a little bit on the medium side. Okay, see that? Yep, there we go. Okay, now again, still juicy, right? But that's more of a medium. Okay, that's more of a medium. Again, what's great about a ribeye, okay, and I know a lot of people will maybe disagree, is that if you go past medium rare, they don't taste good. Not true. With these, because they're marinated, right? You already have flavor. You don't worry about the flavor. We got it. They will not dry out even at medium well. So if you're saying, well, Ralph, I don't like this, that's fine. Put it aside. Let's go medium well, and still get that experience of that steak. Look at that. Okay. Look how juicy that is. And again, it's already marinated. So what I like to do is I have a little chimichurri here. Okay. I went chimichurri on this. Look at that, a little chimichurri. I went and got some mint from my garden, a little vinegar. Look at that. Okay. These are what you could do with this. And by the way, see how I cut that in half? That's two steaks. That's two steaks, by the way. Okay. 9.5 ounces. You cut this in half. That is enough. That is plenty for two people who are having some mashed potatoes. Maybe you're having the double stuffed Kansas City Steak Company potato. Maybe you're having some risotto. I don't know. But again, at 9.5 ounces, these are completely shareable. Now, let's go over this. M61374 is the item number. These are extremely limited. In the 6 count, all right, I have, how many do I have, Mr. Producer? Okay, good. So it's 6 or 12, 9.5 ounce. I only have 80 in the 6 count, and in the 12, I have 40. Okay, these are going fast. Oh my gosh. For Father's Day, can you imagine a box of these being delivered to dad? Because let's face it, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really know what my dad's into all the time. He's retired, he's in Florida. I don't know, but I know that he loves food. He's got a passion for food, but he's also very particular about his steaks. So you deliver these, you buy them, you get the bill, they get the steaks, and it's just such a great gift for dad or really anybody. So look what I have here. Okay. Now that's 9.5 ounces. Again, just enough fat. These are ribeyes. These are cut from the prime rib, right? And what makes them so special is that they have just enough fat, just enough flavor. I mean, look at that, right? I love to just kind of cut these, slice them, put them on top of some arugula. On Sundays, we have a big Italian dinner, and I put these in the middle, and people just grab a slice. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now, you want to make a sandwich with them? I don't know. Why not, right? I have a couple rolls here because, believe it or not, you know, again, it's a little fancy, but ribeyes make a great sandwich. So let's just make a fun sandwich right here. Okay, I'm just going to go crazy, just to make a point. Okay, put a little bit. I put about a half of one of these on here. I'm going to take some grilled onions. Okay, grilled onions. Some of that seasoning that we give you right there. Perfect. Okay. Then why not a little of that chimichurri? Okay. There's a ribeye sandwich. Treat yourself, right? A little bit of blue cheese. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And of course, a little bit of olive oil just to give that sandwich a little bit of moisture. And then put your top on, which happens to be my bottom. So do this and look at that steak, right? Again, ribeye sandwich. Why not? Look at that. Okay. That's living right there. That is living right there. It's messy. Look at me. I'm making a mess of this. Who cares? But look at that. Okay. That is beautiful. I still got some more steaks here. Let's go crazy. Okay. And again, these been sitting now, you know, always let your steaks rest. So now I think we're about 10 minutes in, and these have rested for approximately 10 minutes. You see that? The juice is inside. That's inside because you let it sit, you let it rest. And again, that's a beautiful medium rare. Because again, if you like ribeyes, you probably like prime rib because that's where they're cut from. You like it medium rare. Again, the offer is 6 or 12. Now these are herb and garlic marinated. So these are already marinated for you. You don't even have to do anything other than cook these. Ralph, how do you cook these? Well, I get them to room temperature, always important. I get a searing pan or skillet, nonstick, right? I have my oven on at 350. It's called a reverse sear. So you want to sear these and then put them in the oven for about 10 minutes and then take them out, put a little foil on top of them and let them chill out, okay? Because you want those juices to go back into the meat. So again, sear these, put them in the oven, or these are great on your Blackstone outside. Get a good sear and then push them off to maybe where your grill isn't on or lower heat. and let them just kind of do their thing. Again, this is M61374, six count I have, 5 dozen, 12 count, only 3 dozen on the 12 count, because guess what? This is a buy more, save more. If you go with the 12 count, you ready for this? You will save $30 because we're not doubling the price on that 6 count. $30. That makes each steak, ready? Each steak is approximately $14. Let me show you. Let me show you. $14. By the way, I don't know what you can get for 9.5 ounces for $14. I mean, again, look at that. That's it right there. I can't even, it doesn't even fit in my screen, okay? There's no bone in this. This is all steak with some fat, because fat equals flavor. And this is such a nice thing to share or just enjoy yourself. And again, this is restaurant quality. I know we throw that term around a lot, but that's important, because if you went to a steakhouse, this is what you would get. A Kansas City Steak Company steak. Some say it's a coveted steak. How do you get this at your house? Well, you go to QVC and you type in the item number, M61374, and you take advantage of this great deal, which is, again, a buy more, save more. We didn't double the price at the 6 count. We actually saved you $30 with the 12 count. It's a great gift. It comes in a great box. And again, this is a boneless 9.5 ounces. That's almost 10 ounces of steak, right? Right there. And again, I love these steaks because they're cut from our award-winning prime rib. So again, if you love ribeyes, you kind of know that, right? If you're on the fence and you say, well, you know, I don't like ribeyes because there's too much fat. Well, I can tell you that these particular ribeyes are trimmed just perfectly. So if you like the boldness of a steak, right? You like that deep, rich steak, try the ribeye. And you know what? This is a great gift. I mean, Father's Day coming up. I don't know about you, but I would love to get food versus like a tie or socks or anything. Give me food, because food is personable. It means you actually thought about someone and you thought about what they may like, and you wanted them to be happy. That's important, right? And again, I know my father would love a box of steaks, especially from me. But again, this is something that you could have so much fun with. We made a sandwich. This is a cooking method: grill it, flat top, skillet, put it in your broiler. These are thin enough where the cooking time really isn't so tedious. I mean, honestly, I would say 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then put it in the oven, or 6 to 7 minutes on each side. Let it sit for 5 minutes, and you're ready to go. And by the way, you get this awesome book. I have to show you the book. Okay, this book will tell you how long to cook it. It will give you some great ideas on maybe some compound butters or whatnot. So have this book in your cabinet. You take it out. You go, oh, how long do I cook this? Hold on. Okay, cool. Page 19. Perfect. And you're set, right? And again, this is how they come. Look at that marinade. Look at the marinade. Let's just talk about that. Look, see, first of all, again, this is boneless. This is 9.5 ounces. There's no bone here, okay? And what I like about these is you get that decal, okay? You see that decal right here? That is a treat. The fact that we're giving you a little bit of decal on each ribeye is insane. It really is, because you don't see that a lot. And then again, you see all the herbs, and then there's some garlic flavor in there. Not too strong. We're not talking about raw garlic. We're talking about almost like a sweeter garlic tone, and it really goes well with the richness of a ribeye. Okay. You want that 6 count? The final 4 dozen at this price, 2 dozen at the 12 count. And I don't believe there's free shipping and handling. We have easy pay, but we don't have auto delivery, correct? No auto delivery. So I would grab these while we have a few left. You're saving almost $30 with that 12 count. That's $14 for a 9.5 ribeye. A ribeye, okay? For $14. That's crazy. So again, take advantage of this. It's a great way to introduce yourself to Kansas City Steak Company if you haven't heard of